What is going on, everybody? Star Wars Dad back for another video. Today we're going to be checking out the new Luke paired with blue. This is the first color I paired Luke with when looking at this leader. This leader is super, super good. I definitely think it's going to be meta relevant. Before we get into today's video, please make sure to join the Force Fam on my Patreon, where we have a great community that we are building. And please like and subscribe, and make sure to comment on the 3,500 subscriber giveaway to have a chance at winning one of the 3 Millennium Falcons from set 1 that I will be giving away once we hit 3,500 subscribers. So to get into today's deck list, so the first thing when you look at Luke is its action ability. So it says if you attack with a fighter unit this phase, deal 1 damage to a unit. So we definitely want to have fighters in here, clearly, right? But with decks like this, you don't want to, unless you're going super, super aggressive, which I think you could do more of in the ECL version of this deck, you want to be a little more balanced on the ground, because there's going to be some decks that are still heavy on the ground that can just run you over. So we do have, we have Paige and Biggs that can go in both arenas, of course, so that makes them very valuable. So, we want to play a ton of 1-drops in this deck so that we can provide early pressure and use our units to be able to trigger Luke. So we're playing 8 fighters on potential turn 1 plays, 3 of the Red Squadron Y-Wing, which has been surprisingly really, really good, 2 of the Green Squadron A-Wing, and then 3 of the Resort Arc, just because of the restore effects that it has. We can also play a Paige Tycho on the ground. Not sure if that's how you pronounce that, Paige Tycho, but it's a really, really good pilot upgrade, and it's probably one of our best starts for a turn 2 play is to put that onto a pilot, especially if it already has R2-D2 on it, because it basically just makes it, it gives it plus 3/3, and it gains an experience every single turn, so we're putting our opponent under a ton of pressure. So that's a very good, very, very strong play. Even R2-D2 is a good play on the ground, because when we ping things for damage, we're setting up our daring raids, we're setting up our kills with Red Squadron, Y-Wing, and Red 5, and I'll get into that more. So even if that's our best play in turn 1 is to just go R2-D2 on the ground plus a daring raid, for example, or a force throw, then it's still a good play. So, and I'll kind of show this in some examples so you can see what I'm talking about. The Red Squadron Y-Wing in particular, that is a mouthful to try to say that quickly without messing up, which I do all the time anyways. But to be able to deal 3 indirect damage to the defending player is very, very strong. So if we have a Paige Tycho on there, then it becomes a 3/5, right? So it's already a very relevant space unit on turn 2. So then we swing in with their 3/5. It gains an experience. It becomes a 4/6 with 1 damage, right? So 5 health left. So we're getting in for 4 damage regardless. It's very strong. Then we're doing 3 indirect damage, so they can either go to their face, which would then be 7 total damage if they don't have a unit on board, for example, or if they just don't want their unit to get hit at all for whatever reason. Or they damage their own units, right? This allows us to ping something with Luke, which makes it much easier for Luke to take a knockout, or we can use a daring raid in combination to finish off that unit. So it becomes a very, very strong weapon to hit them with indirect damage. Daring raid is very, very good in this deck. It is so good at finishing things off and just helping us take over the pace of the game. Some games we can just completely obliterate the opponent because they have no units on board, because every time they try to establish a unit, we're using Luke, daring raid, and our units to attack in to just remove things. Red Squadron or Y-Wing is, definitely, I would say, the best turn 1 play for our space units, but the Green Squadron is still strong, and then the Resort Arc is still good. Resort Arc is very, very good with Paige Tycho upgrade as well. But, we have 8 space units that may even need to be more in here on turn 1 so that we can just really establish that as much as possible. I would probably add in the 3rd Green Squadron A-Wing and cut something else Not sure exactly what at this point, but that would be my first change if I was going to make a change, just to have that, 9 turn 1 plays in space, especially fighter units as well. Then we're getting into, so like I said, top target is great on turn 1 as well, just to kind of squeeze it in with our upgrades, with our cheaper units. Force throw is fine. I think it's more relevant against control. Daring raid is also a great way to squeeze things in, just to set things up. So we do, what is that, 11 1 resource cards that are all very, very relevant in this deck. Page Tycho is obviously very good for multiple reasons. Obviously, it's best as an upgrade, but it's also great as a ground unit, which is what Blue's been missing, is a 3-power turn 1 play. So that card is just incredible. Then we get into the Millennium Falcon, which is absolutely amazing. The only downside is it's a transport and not a fighter, so it doesn't trigger Luke. But with the upgrades and even Biggs being able to get benefits off the transport, giving it +1/0 even more. So basically, Falcon gets +1/+1 for every pilot. So if you add Biggs on there, it becomes a 4/5, a 4/6. So that's pretty sweet. Falcon's also a cool target for Luke, just because it's so strong. Because it becomes, let's see, do the math here, an 8/9 with Luke. I'll show you some examples, but it's still a good target for Luke. The sweetest target for Luke, though, we'll get into here in a second. Biggs is very good because it can either be a ground unit if we need it to be, or an upgrade if we already have, like, if we already have an upgraded space unit, then it's a good ground unit. So 3/4 solid, especially if our opponent's putting pressure on us on the ground. It's just a very good card, and especially if the upgrade only costs 1, so it's very, very just an awesome, fun card to play. The Red Squadron, most of the time you're drawing a card, which is really nice, especially if you combine that with Yoda and Obi-Wan, so there's a decent amount of card draw in here. Yoda is in here for the Force Throw synergy, the Restore 2, and that's mainly it. I did have Kane and Jarrus in here at first, but it was a little expensive, and I wanted to have more space units. Of course, the 3 Village Protectors as our early Sentinel in case our opponent's going heavy on the ground. This card is also very, very effective in here, combined with Luke's ability and Daring Raid, and even Force Throw if we have a Force unit out, just to finish things off. So it's been really good. It can take 2 hits most of the time. Red 5 is amazing. Red 5 is your ideal target for Luke Skywalker. It acts as an additional Daring Raid on attack, so that's like your best turn 2 play most of the time, because you can just finish things off with it. That's why Daring Raid is so good in here, is because of Red 5 and Red Squadron Y-Wing, right? Like, we're just pinging our opponents constantly in this deck. And you combine that with Luke's ability, it can, like I said, some games we can just obliterate their board with our pinging. So 2 takedowns are just in here as a good removal. Takedown is much more effective as well because of all the pinging that we're doing to units. Same thing with Poe Dameron and its ping ability, when we can deal damage to a unit. So again, it's like 2 damage to a unit. And then we were playing 1 copy of Vanquish. I just think Vanquish is going to be really, really strong in this set. 1 copy of Fell the Dragon on the side. Obviously, the sideboard is just a complete rough draft at this point, as is the main board. But especially if we get more cards for this archetype, 1 Ravel's Fall, I think, just again makes too much sense. I have 1 in the side as well, for some of these more powerful leaders that are coming out, as well as just dealing with powerful units in play. And then 2 copies of Obi-Wan for those more ground-heavy decks. It also pumps up our space units when it dies, which is really nice. And then, of course, 3 Luke to top things off. And then the sideboard, one thing of note that I think is, we have more of our discard strategy coming in with Pillage and K2SO. 2 Open Fire in case it's more relevant against more aggressive opponents. The Disabling Fang Fighters, of course, to deal with upgrade heavy decks. And then the 2 pieces of removal. So that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. Obviously, this could change a lot, but the main board in general feels very, very good. I've really, really been enjoying this deck. I will be doing a video on the ECL version as well, which I think is also very strong. But this one in particular is just really, really fun. Just being able to have that more powerful removal in here and squeezing in some restore effects. But let me show you some examples just to kind of give you an idea and show you how things work. All right, let's play against Sabine here. Alright. No mulligan. Let's get rid of the more expensive stuff. I like the daring raid. I think that's going to be a good card to slow things down. Yep. We can kill that next turn. Let go of the Luke. Let's play this here. Okay. That's okay. Gain our life. Pass. Deal a damage. Daring raid, yeah. And that's why we play it. Because it can fit in here and remove things. I could have played top target there, but that's okay. I really do like the page. Unfortunately, at this point, we don't have another spaceship in our hand. Yoda's the better option to try to establish a lifelinker as well. And we can play the top target. Okay, no Dark Saber. See if they have an ECL into Yoda. Nope. Just take the initiative. Force throw is pretty good. Do you want to Vanquish or Falcon? That's tough. Alright, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna play the Falcon. This is a what? 2-1, that's a 4-4. So I could easily kill it with a Fleet Lieutenant. Yoda can easily die as well, so it doesn't really matter. We still have the Falcon to establish another space unit for Luke next turn. Also force throw now, okay. 3. Well, let's take out that, that's an easy choice. Okay, Falcon. And action ability. Let's hit Sabine once. Okay. R2 is cool because we can put R2 plus Luke. Just gain a little bit of life though. Keep things in check. Okay. It's fine. Gotta love that R2's free to pilot. Okay. That does stink, but I think we're still okay. Again, not my favorite example. Could kill Sabine here too. But yeah, I mean, we're trying to close the game out by this turn. Let's do one more. Alright, up against Sabine, green. Now, this looks like a solid hand. Can play R2 on green squadron on turn 1. That seems pretty good. Alright, I'm going to get rid of Falcon and take down. I know that seems weird. Okay. R2 is such a great card. Village Protectors is good. It's a good find. Okay, we're taking 5. Not the greatest. Let's just get that down. Biggs isn't bad. For a cause is silly. Alright, let's just go ahead and daring raid. Battlefield, get that off. Okay. Okay, we're gonna ping Fleet Lieutenant now for 1. Get that out of here. Then we're going to attack and face with Village Protectors. I say we play bigs as a unit because we are matching their pressure. Okay. Well, wasn't expecting that to happen, but I'll take it. Okay. AI is doing a lot of stuff that just makes a lot of sense right now. So we're just going to use our daring raid to put pressure on them. And let's just pilot this, close this game out, and stop playing games with Sabine. Just gain our 6 life and be done with them. Alright, up against Jango red here. I do like this hand. Probably gonna get rid of Force Throw and Rival's Fall, I think. Ouch. That was definitely gonna be my turn 1 play. Dang Raid's not bad. But at least they didn't take the R2. That's not bad. Obi-Wan's a ways off. Ouch. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that special? Alright. Didn't expect to be no good at too many deads in the first time. Red Squadron is pretty cool. I'd like to put the page onto the Green Squadron too. Takedown's not bad. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think I want to hold the takedown. Do I want to hold? Establish another space unit this turn. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. If we draw a card, though, it's pretty much just going to die. The problem is I don't want to get rid of Daring Raid. Or Takedown. Alright, I'm going to let go of the space unit. I know that seems kind of weird. Seems weird. Okay. Well, that was a wonderful draw for my AI opponent. Okay. We might as well just take this thing out because it's a threat to hit us for damage now. Alright, now we can attack with this. Poe's not bad. Falcon is a good target for Luke. Alright, I think we're going to be the aggressor here. Especially because the Green Squadron is pretty souped up. Hitting for 8 damage next turn. I'm going to go ahead and get Poe out. Ouch. Let's get one on here. Okay. Don't need a second Poe. Okay, I think we swing in with Poe and just go face, right? Because we can pretty much hit them for lethal this turn. 15, almost hit them for lethal. Well, no, we have Luke deploying too, so we have lethal. So let's just discard the Yoda. Do 2 damage to their face. Get to 23. Play our Falcon. Okay, we don't care about that. And our opponent is out of actions. Yeah, you kind of see Page is nuts. Page is a nutty card. So there's an example against Jango. Tarkintown, of course, this is AI, so take that with a grain of salt, but you can kind of see the power that this deck has. All right, one more example here against Quinlan Tarkintown, just to kind of give you another example. This is an interesting hand. Let's go. Let go of Green Squadron and takedown's going to be pretty strong because we're getting in with this ideally and this, so we're going to be damaging a lot of their opponents. I mean, a lot of their units. So we may not even need the Rival's Fall. This is the point that I'm trying to make to take out Quinlan. Yeah, I'm going to just let that go. A lot of removal in that hand, right? Okay. This card is, this Squadron Y-Wing is so much fun. Biggs or red 5 here. Biggs makes it a 3-4, 3 indirect. That's pretty nuts. And then we can play another one and then play the red 5 after that. It's not bad. But then we have to let go of one of our removal, which I think I'm okay with. Let's let go of the Vanquish because takedown can hit anything. Oops, play this on here. Yep. Okay, let's get in for some damage. Gotta love that. Ouch. Well, Tarkintown is a card. But get rid of the shield. Yeah. Village Protector, Village Protector. Okay, takedown isn't bad, but I want to play red 5 this turn for sure. I'm okay with taking a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and attack first. And let them decide what they want to do. Well, they're just taking it to the face, which is fine with me. We can go ahead and do this and kill that. Play red 5 and pass. Takedown top target seems pretty solid here, especially as this is an easy target to gain some life. Could also just play Village Protectors, which isn't bad. Sets up our takedown. I think I'm going to go that route. Top target can go on the L337 because we should be able to kill that. Ouch. Dang it. Oh, force throw. Okay. Oh, like I said, we will kill that. Gainer 6. Take 2. So, I mean, takedown was the right keep, but, and red 5 would have been nice. But we lost it. Lost. I don't know if we need the top target. Let's just go full Luke. Full Luke. Hammer time. Full Luke hammer time. Hmm. Ouch. Can't believe we lived, but that was the perfect card to have in your hand. All right. Let's do the 3 indirect damage first. Um, Wait, was that right? Was that right? I don't know. We need to kill this so it can't kill us. Oh yeah, we should have killed red 3. That was misplay. Misplay. Those are both good. And this is definitely kind of where we want to sit. This is our happy place. I'm curious if Force Throw will work. I'm so nervous to Let's just attack first. I don't want to get ambushed again. Well, now I want to deal with 3 indirect damage, yeah. Pass. Let's try force throw. Opponent. No, it does not. Okay. And we just take the initiative. Yeah, so we kind of just sit tight at 6 resources unless we're playing against something a little different. But yeah, that red squadron is a absolutely disgusting card. But yeah, hope these examples kind of give you an idea that this deck has a ton of potential, and I absolutely think it will be meta relevant. So back for the post game wrap up. Just definitely think this is a sweet archetype. I will be posting a video of Luke ECL next, and then I will be doing a sweet Vader blue deck that I just built, and then I will. After that, I'm thinking of probably building another Vader deck, potentially with the old Vader, more Imperial focused, but we'll see. I haven't got around to that yet. But trying to get caught up, my recorder was messed up on my computer, so I had to learn how to record on a whole new program, which took a couple days. So, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely let me know what you've been kind of building with Luke, whether it's blue or green or some weird stuff I don't even know about. But y'all have a good one. Peace.